Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know. Hello, everybody. I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello, everybody. No issues? Okay. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. How are you guys? Good evening, everybody. How are you guys? Good? Okay, so welcome to our new boot camp on Python and deep learning. There's a lot that we will be studying in the next 7 days. Okay, okay, great. So, can you guys let me know how many of you are coming to one of like this is the first boot camp that you guys are attending? Can you guys let me know how many of you guys this is the first boot camp that you are attending via DevTown? Can you guys let me know? How many of you guys this is the first boot camp that you are attending so that I'm able to get an idea that okay, uh a lot many of you are attending this boot camp for the very first time via DevTown. So I'll be explaining, like I will give you an introduction to how our boot camps happen and everything. Okay, you guys don't have to worry about anything. Okay, great. So many of you guys are attending for boot camp via DevTown for the very first time, I'm able to see. Okay, some of you have attended some of the previous boot camps for us as well. Some of you are coming for the second time. That's good to hear. Okay, so that's great. That's great. So let me introduce myself first of all. Okay, so my name is Sharasana, and I will be your instructor for this particular boot camp. Okay. Now I have been working as a first, so my journey in the corporate world has started out with being a data analyst at Reliance. Then I was a data scientist at Geo. I also worked with Google for 1.5 years as an Explore ML instructor, where I used to go on behalf of Google to various different institutes and universities, and I used to teach data science, AI, analytics, web development to students as well as corporates on behalf of Google. And after that, I have been a machine learning engineer and a full stack engineer as well. I've been a software engineer at Personal, so that is a small introduction about myself. I've completed my BTech in CSE from BIT Mishra. So that is a small introduction about myself. And for guys who are coming for the very first time inside of a boot camp at DevTown, can you guys let me know from where you are, like which college you are, and what are you studying in that particular college? Okay. Can I get a small introduction from your end, like in the first 2 minutes? Which particular like college you are from, and which particular field of study are you currently in? For example, if I had to tell about myself, when I was in college, I was from BIT Mishra and I was studying CSE right over there. I'm able to see a lot many number of students from the LPU Punjab. Symbiosis data science, good. We are able to see BTech CSE, okay, Amritsar Punjab. I'm able to see MIT, ADT, computer science, Harvard. Okay. VIT, okay, good. Uh, okay, so I'm able to see the lot new number of people. I won't be able to read through every single one. Anna University, good. Okay, okay. So I'm able to understand that you guys are from various different colleges, and it's great to see you guys out here as well. So now that introductions are complete, let me introduce you to these boot camps itself, a small introduction so that you guys have a understanding about what you are going to see in the next 7 days. So this is a Python and deep learning boot camp. The prerequisite for this particular boot camp is just that you should be able to understand my English. If you are able to understand what I'm saying, okay, that is more than sufficient. The entire mode of communication throughout the bootcamp will be in English itself. There are two reasons for that. First, we have students from outside India as well as from South India as well. To them, understanding Hindi would be very difficult. And the second particular aspect why English is the mode of communication for this particular bootcamp is because of the fact that when you're going for interviews, okay, when you're so majorly what we will be covering in this boot camp, I will be training you guys for interview purpose itself. So in that particular case, for any boot camp that sorry for any interviews that you guys are going to give, you will have to talk in English, you will have to listen in English as well. So your mode of communication right over there should be proper English, and that is the reason why we are conducting these boot camps in the English language only. Okay. The second particular aspect of this particular boot camp will be that you don't need to know about programming. I will be teaching you guys programming. I will be teaching you guys Python. Then we'll be moving into deep learning, and at the end we'll be having a small project that we'll be making related to deep learning itself. So you don't have to worry about it. At the end of the bootcamp, you will have a basic understanding about Python, a good understanding about deep learning, and a project that you can put up on your resumes as well. Okay. At the end, you will be able to put up the project that we will be doing in the class on your resume as well. So that is a small introduction about the boot camp. Now, every boot camp that we conduct is a separate boot camp on its own, and that is how, okay, that is how, like, you don't need to have been a part of any previous boot camp, or this is not a continuation of any boot camp. It is a boot camp, like it is a its own thing itself. Okay, it is completely free. There is no cost associated with the boot camps, neither with the certificates as well. At the end of this boot camp, you guys will be receiving 3 certificates. So this boot camp has been conducted in partnership with Microsoft Student Learn Ambassador Program as well as the Google Developer Group Circle. Okay, so these are the two particular communities that we have collaborated with to bring you this entire boot camp. So let me just show you guys the certificates that you will be receiving at the end of this boot camp. On LinkedIn, if you guys want, you can connect with me or with DevTown as well. We have provided the links for the same down in the description of the video. Okay, so let's see if somebody has. Okay, so this is the particular bootcamp that we conducted right now. The students are posting its video of the project that we created in Python for the previous bootcamp. It's great to see, so I will just like it for once. I will go into notifications. If somebody has posted the certificates out, I'll be able to show it to you guys. Okay. Okay, so man, he has not posted the certificate of DevTown itself. So these are the 2 certificates that there are 3 certificates associated with each of our boot camps. Okay, I think so. This particular person Aditya has put up 2 of the certificates. So this is a certificate that you will be receiving from the Google's end. Okay, certificate of completion for 7 days boot camp at DevTown on Google Drive clone using HTML and Material CSS. So this was one of the certificates for our previous boot camps, and the next particular certificate is via Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador Program. As you're able to see, this is the another certificate that we have provided to the students. The DevTown certificate, I think so. This guy hasn't posted it up yet, but let me check if somebody has posted the same, so I will be able to uh, show that to you guys as well. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, so this is the bootcamp certificate that will be sent to you on behalf of DevTown, as you're able to see. So these will be the 3 certificates that you will be getting at the end of this bootcamp. Again, there is no cost associated with the bootcamp or with the certificates. It's completely for free. The only thing that we expect from you guys is your 100% dedication to learn during the entire duration of the bootcamp itself. Okay, pay attention to the class, attend the classes on time, learn from the boot camps. Okay, so all these things are the only thing that we expect from you guys, and on top of it, just cherry on the cake, if you guys are able to, if you guys are able to understand what I'm teaching and you really like it, in that case, do show us your support or something like that by just liking the video and subscribing to the channel, that will be more than sufficient for us. Okay, so that is a small introduction about the bootcamp itself. We will be starting off with the Python. Okay, we'll be learning Python in the first 3 days. After that, we'll be shifting towards learning about deep learning, the theoretical knowledge, so that you guys have a basic understanding about what is deep learning, how it originated, how it is being used in the industry. And then at the end, we'll look at the practical implementation by creating a project in DevTown. So are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Great. Awesome. So, okay, now that I've introduced you guys to the bootcamp itself, shall we start with our today's class, guys? Please let me know. Shall we start with our today's class, guys? Please let me know. Great. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's get started. First of all, I'm able to understand that most of you guys or some of you guys might not be having a laptop with you. So you don't have to worry about it, but everyone has a smartphone. Okay. So whatever we are going to do right over here, you will be able to practice. You will be able to code it directly from your mobile phones as well. Even the project you will be able to create on your mobile phone. So you don't have to worry about it. The way of teaching will be in such a way that even if you are not having a laptop, just from your mobile phones you will be able to do everything. Secondly, we are going to provide you guys with notes as well, so you don't have to worry about it. But my particular suggestion to how to gain most, how to learn most from the bootcamp will be, do not code along with me. Many of the instructors will always tell you code along with us, code along with us. But my suggestion is totally different. Do not code along with me. Okay, listen to me very carefully. Try to understand what you are able to, like whatever I'm teaching, try to understand that first of all. Okay, try to cement it within your minds. I will be coding everything live, so you don't have to worry about it, guys. Okay, so try to understand that and keep your own notebook and pen as well. Take down notes according to yourself. Okay, although we are going to provide you with notes as well, but my suggestion would be take down notes along, like while studying, because that helps you cement the knowledge in your mind itself passively. So that is my suggestion. Okay, you don't have to worry about anything. And the next particular suggestion that I'm having is, after the end of the class, like I said, do not code along with me, but if you want to learn programming at any point of time, anything that you want to learn about programming, practice is the key to success. Practice, dedication, and hard work and persistence is the key to success. So after the end of the class, take some time, half an hour. Whatever you have learned in today's class, whatever notes that you have written, whatever notes that we are providing to you guys, try to whatever you have learned. For example, today we learned about 4 different topics. Try to code it directly on your own. Okay, without seeing the code that I have done. Okay, whatever you learned in the class, try to do it on your own. Take reference from this video as well. This video will be made available for you guys for your lifetime. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, try to code the entire thing on your own, because like I said, practice, hard work, persistence, this is all, and dedication as well, this is all that is required to excel in programming. You don't need to have any kind of special brain or something like that. Even I was not that bright of a student. Okay, so my GPA in college was 8.4, and that too due to COVID it increased. So try to understand that it's not about how much brain power do you have, but how much hard work that you are willing to put in. Okay, practice as much as possible and you will be great. So let's get started right away, guys. Like I said, I'm able to understand most of you guys are do not have a laptop. So we will be using, okay, we will be using our Google Colab to do it. I will be explaining you guys about Google Colab as well. Now, related to attendance and certificates, Okay, related to attendance and certificates. Everything I will be telling you at the end of today's class, not right now. Please do not ask any questions about it. First, try to learn as much as possible. I don't want to waste any time right over there. So at the end of today's class, I will be explaining you guys how to give attendance, how you are going to get the certificates, where you are going to get the certificates, what is the process of getting the certificates as well. Okay, for those guys who haven't registered for this bootcamp, do not worry about it. When I will be telling you about attendance, if you guys are filling up the attendance on time, we will consider that as your registration for this bootcamp as well. Okay, now there will be a lot many number of questions in the live chat that will be repeated. I've already explained a lot of different stuff. There must be a lot of different questions in the live chat that are repeated as well. So please do help me out right over there. Try to answer questions that I've already answered. Okay, so that it is saving my time instead of wasting time on answering questions, the same questions again and again. I'm able to focus upon teaching in the class as well. Okay, will that be fine with you guys? Please let me know. Will that be fine with you guys? Please let me know, guys. Rajesh, I have already said that this is not a continuation of any boot camp. This is a totally new boot camp. Every boot camp is a totally new boot camp on its own. Okay, great. So whatever questions or things are coming up in the live chat, please try to help them out. We are trying to create a community, so helping each other out will also like help the community at the end. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. So let's get started right away. What we are going to utilize is Google Colab. So you can just search for COLAB on Google. Okay, you can just search for COLAB on Google, as you are able to see. The first website that you are able to see right over here, just click on that, collab.research.google.com. Let me open up the live chat on my mobile phone so that I'm able to see you guys as well, whatever you are writing. Give me a second. I'll just open up the live chat on my mobile phone, guys. Okay. And any type of questions or something like that that you guys are having, I will try my best to answer all of it. Okay, but nevertheless, if you guys have any doubts or any concerns as well, you can definitely join the Discord channel, where there are 36 different mentors from companies like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Atlassian, and many more, JP Morgan and Chase, who will always be there to help you guys as well. Okay, so that too is one thing that I wanted you guys to know. Okay, so let us open up Google Colab now, and I will provide you guys with the notes as well. I think so I have not provided you guys with the notes. Give me a second. Let me provide you guys with the notes as well. Okay, Python and machine learning, important concepts in Python. Control C, and I will paste it up right over here. Pin it in the live chat. CSS and HTML bootcamp DevTown certificates not came. Okay, it will be dispatched soon. Okay, you don't have to worry about it. Our team might be taking some time to validate the attendance right over there. So just wait for it. I think the Google and Microsoft certificates have already been sent for the HTML and CSS bootcamp. So just wait for a few more days and you will receive the DevTown bootcamp certificates as well. You don't have to worry about it. Two have already been sent by Google and Microsoft. Only our certificate is left, so that too will be sent to you guys. Okay, so I have pinned up in the live chat of the video itself. If you guys are able to see the live chat in the pinned section, okay, I've pinned up a message in the live chat. As you are able to see, please click on that particular link, guys. Please click on that particular link. If you guys are able to see in the live chat, I have pinned up a link right over there. Please click on that particular link. Okay, please click on that particular link itself, guys. If you guys are able to see, are you guys able to see the link pinned up in the live chat? Are you guys able to see the link pinned up in the live chat? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to see the link pinned up in the live chat? Great. So just click. So as you are able to see, I'm clicking on that particular link. It will take me to a new particular page itself. On that page, as you are able to see, we are getting the important concepts in Python. Okay. This is the entire notes that I have provided to you guys. Everything has been well explained with examples. It has some questions as well for you guys that you guys can use to practice it up as well. We'll be utilizing this particular notebook to learn Python, the basics of Python that are required for starting up with the project in deep learning. So all the concepts that we will be using while starting out with deep learning, it has already been covered right over here. The link is pinned up in the live chat itself. So the live chat that you guys are currently using, see the pinned comment, and you would be able to get the link from right over there. Now, once I've opened up the link, I will be telling this just once. So please listen to me very carefully. I'll be telling this just once. So please listen to me very carefully out here. What I want you guys to do is, first of all, open Google Colab. Okay. First of all, open Google Colab right over here. Then you will be able to, once you have logged in. So Google Colab is a product via Google. It's a free platform to use. Okay, you don't have to worry about anything. Okay, we are always making sure that you guys are kept as our first priority. There are a lot of different options on the top: examples, recent, Google Drive, GitHub, and upload. Okay, examples, recent, Google Drive, GitHub, and upload. I want you guys to select GitHub from right over here. I want you guys to select GitHub from right over here. Once you have selected that, you will get a URL bar right over here. I want you to copy the URL. Okay, I want you guys to copy the URL of the notes that I've sent to you guys. Okay, the link that I posted up in the like live chat. Okay, I've pinned up the link in the live chat itself. I want you guys to open that link up, copy the URL of the link. Okay, copy the URL of the link itself, guys. Once you have copied the URL of the link, I want you guys to go to Google Colab and paste the link inside of this particular search bar. Okay, paste that link inside of this particular search bar. As you're able to see, I have selected GitHub. I pasted the link right over here, and then click on the search button. Okay, click on this particular search button. Once you have done that, it will open up that particular notebook inside of Google Colab. It will open up your notes inside of Google Colab itself. Now, let me explain what Google Colab is. So basically, when you are dealing with something like deep learning or machine learning, these are very graphic intensive applications. Okay, graphic intensive programs. What it means is that it will utilize a lot of your CPU and GPU. So, for example, for me, it's okay because I am having a workstation that has a Ryzen 9 processor of 5000 series and an RTX 3070. So, I'm having a great laptop, but not everybody has that. Some people do not even have a laptop. So, in that case, how are they going to learn? And just think about it that when you are running a particular, when you're like running a big program in deep learning or something like that, it might take you 3 to 4 days to finish up running the entire program. Okay, so you will be able to see that your computer will be running 24/7 for almost 3 to 4 days, and then your program will be completed. Okay, and during that entire time, it will be utilizing your CPU and your GPU all the time. I've already lost like a MacBook Pro, okay, that had an i7 ninth generation, I think so 8th or ninth generation processor, and I have already lost a particular HP Pavilion X360. Both of their motherboards got burnt. The reason was very simple. All these programs take like 3 to 4 days to run, and it uses your entire laptop's resources to run it. So there's a very high probability that your laptop might get burnt over time, and we don't want that. And like I said, not everybody has access to good quality hardware as well. Not everybody has access to great quality CPU or GPU or even a laptop. So how would they like study, or they how will they practice? For that particular reason, Google released Google Colab, okay, a free platform to use by anyone. What they are doing is, do you guys understand what a server is? Can you guys understand what a server is? Please do let me know. Can you guys, do you guys have an understanding what a server is? Okay, some of you don't know what a server is, so I'll just explain to you guys. In most of the English movies, okay, so far, let me just open up server pics. So most of the English movies that you must have seen, they must have shown you something like this. Okay, let me just open up images. Some a picture like this itself, where there is like tons and tons of servers in a room, and the protagonist is like, I'll put up a USB in this, I'll download some files, or I'll hack the entire network itself, or something like that. So all these servers are nothing else but computers, that basic nothing else but computers without a screen. What your normal computers are is the exact same thing without a screen. These servers contain a CPU, contain GPU, contains RAM, contains HDD or SSD storages as well. So these are nothing else but computers, and these computers are where your backend lives. Okay, your business logic actually lives of most of the websites. Now, what happens right over here is Google has lots of different servers. Okay, because it has to cater to so many people who are using the google.com website. Okay, so it has like lakhs and crores of servers like this all across the globe. Now, at all times, not most of these servers are being used. Some of these servers are not being used most of the time. So what they did was, whatever, so they released this website. So Google Colab is nothing else but a normal website itself. It's a normal website itself. Whatever code that you're writing right over here, whatever code that you're writing right over here, that won't run on your it won't utilize your local computers or your mobile's resources. Okay, running this code won't utilize your RAM or your CPU or your GPU of your mobile or of any of the devices that you're currently using. What happens right over here is, when you're running this particular line of code, this code is getting sent back to one of these servers at Google sent. Now, these servers at Google are the top tier type of servers. Okay, it will have the best, latest processor out there. It will have like 16 gigs of RAM inside. So right now, what you have been allotted is almost 13 gigs of RAM. Okay, what you have been allotted is 13 gigs of RAM right now. Along with that, it has the Tesla GPU. A Tesla GPU is one of the most fastest GPUs available on the planet, and each of these GPUs cost around 6 lakh rupees. Okay, each of these GPUs cost around 6 lakh rupees in India. So you can think that how like these servers are the top tier computers that you can ever get. Okay, so your code basically goes to one of these servers where it is run. It will utilize the resources of the server itself, and the answer, okay, and the answer will get sent back to you, which you are able to see on your screen. So that is the benefit. Okay, that is the benefit of using, okay, that is the benefit of using Google Colab. Are you guys able to understand why we are using Google Colab, and what is Google Colab? Can you guys let me know? Can you guys let me know like why we are using Google Colab, and what is Google Colab? Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Shruti, you will have to open up the link that is there in the live chat. Once you've opened it up, then from the URL bar, you will have to copy the link. Okay. I think so. That is as simple as it to understand. And secondly, as well, while you are attending my boot camps, please have an open mind. Okay, do not close your mind while attending the boot camp, because if there are a lot of dumb questions, it becomes increasingly difficult to answer good questions for me. Okay, so while you're attending the boot camp, try to open up your mind. Okay, everybody has a basic sense of IQ. I understand that. So use that IQ while you are attending the boot camp. Okay, great. So let's get started with it. To connect, so right now you have opened up the notebook inside of Google Colab to connect it with your backend, to connect it with the servers at Google. What you have to do is you have to click on this particular connect button. Are you guys able to see this connect button out here? Are you guys able to see this connect button on the top? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to see this connect button right over here? Great. So you have to click on this particular connect button. It will allocate you some resources on Google's end. It will connect you to Google's servers. It will initialize the server for you. And as soon as that has been done, it will be good to go. So we'll wait once it will show connected. That means that we have been connected to the server and we can start programming as well. If you are hovering over it, you will be able to see that you have been given 12.68 GBs of RAM. That is usually more than what a local computer that you might be having might have. So 12.68 GBs of RAM has been allotted to you. Along with that, you have got 107.72, that is 107.72 gigs of storage space. That is the fastest SSD storage space that you will be able to get. So you have been given pretty good resources out here. Okay, so before starting Python, let me make you guys understand why are we learning Python. Python is the second most in demand and in use programming language in the entire world. At the first number, it's JavaScript, okay, and at the second number, it's Python. Whether you want to learn data science, you want to learn AI, you want to learn machine learning, you want to learn deep learning, you want to go into data analytics, you want to go into cyber security, you want to go into web development, you want to learn web 3.0, you want to learn ethical hacking, blockchain, all these different technologies that are there. Python is one of the most used language in all these technologies. Okay, especially for data analytics and data science, it is the most used language out there, even for big data as well. That is one of the reasons. The second reason is because Python has a great pay as well. I'm not talking about people who just know Python. Just learning a language isn't sufficient to get you guys placed anywhere, okay? Because Python is right now being taught in like 11th standard CBSE NCRT itself. Python is included in their syllabus. So just learning Python is of no use. You have to learn Python, you have to learn the technologies around it, you have to make projects. Okay, that is how you get placed. But usually a Python developer, if you are a good Python developer in a good company, your package will have an average pay of almost 12.7 lakh rupees. Okay, that is what we are able to get for our students. So that is the reason why learning Python has become one of the best things right now. And yeah, so now that I've introduced you to the language as well, let's get started. Okay, so every time, this is in every bootcamp I say this, so I'll be saying right over here as well. So we are Indians, okay? In India there's a culture, okay, there's a tradition. Whenever we start something new, we eat curd and sugar before doing that. We feel that it makes the entire thing very auspicious for us. Okay, it makes the entire thing very auspicious for us. In a similar way, programmers as well believe in something, that whenever we start learning a new programming language, we start it by writing hello world, okay, or printing hello world in that language. Once we have done that, then we will start with learning the language itself. So we'll do that before starting to learn Python. What we'll be doing is we'll be creating a new code cell out here. So you have to just click on this plus code button. Once you're doing that, it will create a code cell for you. You have to write. So to print something in Python, okay, to print something in Python, the code that you have to write is called as print, okay, and then in parentheses you have to specify hello world. Now, one of the best things with Python is that unlike other languages, you don't have to use semicolon in this. And if you are reading this out loud, if you are just reading the code out loud, it is very similar to normal English. Okay, it is very similar to normal English itself. So reading this, you will be easily able to understand that you want to print something. Okay, you want to print hello world on the screen, as simple as that, because it's like normal English, it's English words right over here. To run this particular line of code, there are two ways to do that. Either you can click on this particular play button on the left hand side of the code, okay, the run cell. Okay, you can click on this particular play button on the left hand side of the code itself, or else you can click on either control enter or shift enter, whatever you feel comfortable with. Okay, either control enter or shift enter. So right now I'm just clicking on this play button and run anyway. As you're able to see, this code will go to the servers at Google. It will produce the result right over there, and the result will then be shown to your screen. So as you're able to see right over here, we are able to print hello world on our screen. Okay, we are able to print hello world on our screen. In Python, why no using semicolon? See, the point being, somebody created it. Okay, somebody created it. Why don't humans look like fish, or why can't humans breathe in water? Because God created us in such a way. Same way, the person who created Guido van Rossum, okay, he's the guy who created Python for us, and he created it in such a way with the ideology. Okay, so this is interesting. Why doesn't Python require a semicolon? Why is it so easy to understand when compared to the other languages? So Guido van Rossum basically had that ideology that programming shouldn't be something for just a small group of people, small group of highly intellectual people who are able to understand programming itself. So he created Python, a language that was so close to English itself that anybody who wants to learn how to program, how to create stuff, who has a bit of creativity inside of them, they can learn programming and create awesome stuff. Okay, programming for everybody, that was his motto. And due to that reason itself, Python is such an easy language. Okay, it does not contain semicolons, it does not contain any gibberish right over there. It is as easy as everybody. Okay, so right now let's start with the print function in Python. Okay, so you would be seeing this print function very frequently in Python programming. Okay, so right over here we are having this particular line of code, 2 plus 7. I'm writing 2 plus 7 on our screen. Okay, so who discovered Python? Okay, the Python was okay. This is a very, I think so, he's just making this up. Not be answering this question then. Okay, so 2 plus 7, as you're able to see on your screen itself, if I'm running this particular line of code, you will be able to see 9 printed on your screen. Okay, you are able to see 9 printed on your screen. Okay, now in the similar way, when I'm writing 2 multiplied by 7, okay, 2 multiplied by 7 right over here, you would be able to see that Python will first look at 2 plus 7. Python will first look at 2 plus 7. Now 2 plus 7 is 9. Okay, Python will add 2 plus 7. It will be like, in my hands, I'm Python. Okay, in my hands, I'm having 9. So it will see that, okay, there is another line of code out there. Okay, there is one more line of code that I have to run. So Python will just throw this particular 2 plus 7 out, and it will again take 2 multiplied by 7. It will multiply it. It will produce 14. 14 is there in its hands right now. It will move on to the second particular line. 14 is there in my hands right now, because there is no other line after that. I don't have to run any other line after this. So Python will just put this particular result on your screen. Okay, Python will just put this particular result on your screen. So if I'm running this particular line of code, you will be able to see that only 14 is being printed on your screen. Okay, only 14 is being printed on your screen itself. Now if you want 2 plus 7, okay, that is 9, to be printed on your screen as well. Okay, 2 plus 7, that is 9 being printed on your screen. What you have to do is, you have to explicitly tell Python that print it. Okay, don't throw this away, print it. I want to see it on my screen itself. So you have to explicitly tell Python that do this. Okay, print 2 plus 7 as well. So you just have to put it into brackets and write print in front of it. So that will tell Python that, okay, 2 plus 7, don't ignore this particular result, print it on my screen. So as I'm running this particular line of code, you will be able to see that both 9 as well as 14 is being printed on our screens. Okay, both 9 as well as 14 are being printed on our screen. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to see and understand this? Please let me know, guys. Great. So now, although this is working, you are able to get both 9 as well as 14 on your screen. This is not the right practice. It is working. You're getting the results as well. Okay, but this is not the right practice to do it. If you want to see 14 on your screen as well, always tell Python explicitly that print 14. Okay, always tell Python to print 14, because what if at a later point of time you want to add, okay, you want to write some more lines of code at a later point of time. Okay, if you want to do that at a later point of time, then 2 multiplied by 7 won't come on your screen. So always tell Python, if you want to print 14 on your screen, always tell Python that explicitly. Okay, so this is the right way of doing it. Both the lines I want to see it on my screen, hence I'll put them both into print statements. Okay, so if I'm running this particular line of code, you will be able to see 2 plus 7 and 2 multiplied by 7 uh, out there. Okay, so sir, how to by heart codes? Sagar, just answer me. Just think about it. How did you by heart A to Z? Okay, A B C D to Z itself. How did you by heart that? Okay, by practice, by doing it again and again. The same thing is with programming as well. The more you practice, the better you would be at it. Okay, great. So let's move on to the next particular thing, guys. That is variables. Now, variables is a particular topic that you will be using in every single programming language out there. It isn't something that is limited to just Python. Okay, it is something that you are going to use in every single programming language out there. It's an extremely important topic to understand, guys. So let me give you an example by which you guys are able to understand variables. Now, please understand that this example is something that I will be saying it in such a way that you guys are able to understand the concept. Once I've done that, then we'll be moving on with the code as well. Okay. So let's try to understand this. Okay, let's assume that you are a programmer. Okay, let's assume that this is you. You are a programmer, and let me draw you guys out, who has recently shifted to Bangalore. Okay, this is you out over here who has recently shifted to Bangalore right now. Okay, now once you've shifted to Bangalore, you have recently got a great job. Okay, you are a programmer and you have got a great job. Your salary, okay, your salary is, let's assume, 1 lakh rupees per month. Okay, your salary is 1 lakh rupees per month. But because you have recently shifted to Bangalore for your job itself, you guys are looking for an apartment for rent. Okay, and you have got it as well. The rent of your apartment, okay, the rent of your apartment, let's assume rent is equals to 25,000 rupees. Okay, is equals to 25,000 rupees. That is your rent right now. Along with that, because Bangalore is having a crazy ass traffic out there, so you guys have got a bike as well. Okay, because you want to ride it to the office every single day. The EMI of the bike is, let's assume, 25,000. The EMI of the bike is 25,000 rupees as well. Along with that, because you are a fitness freak, you have joined a gym as well. Let's assume your gym membership fees is 5,000 rupees. Okay, your gym membership fees is 5,000 rupees per month. Along with that, you guys like know about taxes, because you're earning so much. So government is like, dude, you are earning so much, you have to give us some money as well. Let's assume the rate of tax. Okay, the rate of tax that you are in is 30%. That is 0.3. 30% out there. This is 0.3. Okay, so this is all the details that are there. Now you are a programmer, you don't want to sit every single month and calculate all your expenses, calculate all your savings. Okay, file your tax returns, pay the gym membership fees, pay the EMI, pay the rent. You don't want to do all these different stuff. You want it to be automated. Okay, you want it to be automated. For that particular reason, what you have done is you have written a 10,000 lines of code. Okay, you have written 10,000 lines of code out there that will do all these different stuff for you. Okay, all these different stuff for you. So what we are going to do right now is, we are going to, of course we are not going to write that code, but let's assume that this is how the code looks. Let's assume you want to calculate your taxes. So your taxes will be 1 lakh rupees. Okay, your taxes will be 1 lakh rupees minus your rent and EMI, because they are tax deductible. So 25,000 rupees minus 25,000 rupees, because they are tax deductible, your rent and your EMI. And then on top of it, you will be multiplying it by 0.3, okay, to get your tax. So this is how you are able to calculate your taxes. Okay, now you want to calculate your savings as well. Okay, you want to calculate your savings as well. This is not a revision, PJ. This is a completely new bootcamp. If you have been a part of a previous bootcamp, that's great. But there are many people who are coming to this bootcamp for the very first time. So I will be taking everything from the basics itself, okay, and building up concepts out there. So now if you want to calculate your savings, let's assume, first let's calculate your expenses. So your expenses would be 25,000 rupees, that is for your rent, plus your 25,000 rupees, that is your EMI, plus your gym membership fees, that is your expenses as well as your tax. Okay, as well as your tax as well, because tax is also one kind of expense. You're not getting it right now. Okay, you're not getting it right now, so you have to calculate it in your expenses. So you have already written on the tax above, so it will be 1 lakh rupees minus 25,000 rupees minus 25,000 rupees multiplied by 0.3. So that is how you are able to calculate your expenses. Okay, similarly, if you want to calculate your savings, okay, similarly, if you want to calculate your savings, what you have to do is pretty simple. You just have to copy paste it and deduct it from your salary. That is how you will be able to calculate your savings. So let me just control C and control V. Let me move it down right over here. Let me put it up inside of parenthesis. Okay, so let us put all these expenses in a parenthesis. So this is the expenses that we had calculated, and we'll subtract it from your salary, that is 1 lakh rupees, and that would be your savings. Are you guys able to understand? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Great. Now let's assume that your landlady is a very old meanie. Okay, she's not a nice person. She's an old meanie. I will draw her in red color only. Okay, so this is your landlady. Okay, let me just draw a landlady. She's a meanie. Okay, I don't have a very good drawing, but I hope that you are able to understand. Now she has got to know. Okay, she has got to know that you are earning a lot of money. Okay, she has got to know that you are earning a lot of money. So she tells you that, okay, you earn a lot of money. If you want to keep on living in this house, if you want to keep on living in this house, I'm increasing your rent from 25,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees. I'm increasing your rent from 25,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees. If you want to live in this particular house, you have to pay 30,000 rupees in rent from the next month. Now you are like, dude, this apartment is great. The society is amazing. The people living here are good. My neighbors are great. And if I'm moving from this apartment to some other apartment, then I will have to pay the down payment. I will have to shift all my furniture. There's a lot of different expenses involved right over there, and you don't want all that pain. So you are like, okay, I'm agreeing to pay 30,000 rupees to you. I'm agreeing to pay 30,000 rupees as rent to you. Now the main problem is all these lines of code that you had written right over here, all these lines of code, these are 10,000 lines of code out here, 10,000 lines of code. Okay, now you have to go through the entire 10,000 lines of code and change the rent from 25,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees. Are you guys able to understand this? You have to go to all these 10,000 lines of code to change the rent from 25,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees. Now, what is the best way to do that? Can you guys let me know? What is the best way to do that? Can you guys let me know? Can you guys let me know what is the best way of doing that? Maybe some of you might be like, sir, why don't we do one thing? Let us do Control F and Control R. Okay, we want to find and replace all the 25,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees. Let's do that. Okay, let's do that. Let's do a find and replace. We will find all the 30,000 rupees, 25,000 rupees, and replace it with 30,000 rupees. But can you guys let me know, is there a problem with what we are currently doing? If we try to find and replace all the 25,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees, or substitute 25,000 rupees with 30,000 rupees, what is the problem that you guys will be facing? Can you guys think about it? Okay, what will be the problem that we will be facing, guys? Can you guys think about it? Can you guys think about it? What will be the problem that will be happening if we are trying to do find and replace, guys? Find and replace all the 25,000 rupees with 30,000 rupees. What is the problem that we'll be facing out there? Can you guys let me know? The right answer is our EMI will also be changed. Our EMI is also 25,000 rupees. So if you are doing a find and replace, all the EMIs will also be changed to 30,000 rupees. And you don't want that. You don't want that. You want the EMI to remain as 25,000 rupees. So what you will have to do is you will have to go through each of these lines, 10,000 lines of code, line by line. Find out every single 25,000 rupees and find out if this 25,000 rupees belongs to the rent or belongs to the EMI, and only then you will be changing it. If it belongs to rent, only then you will be changing it to 30,000 rupees. This is a huge time waste. Okay, this is a huge time waste. Every time the price changes, every time something changes, you will have to come back to the code, go through all these 10,000 lines of code and change it. There should be a better approach right over there. There should be a better approach right over there. Now, that approach is using nicknames. Okay, using nicknames. Usually you don't call your friends directly by his or her complete name. If he's a good friend of yours, you'll always have a nickname for him. Okay, so for example, like you won't call somebody by like Shaurya Rakesh Sinha. There will be a nickname for it. Okay, like maybe in my peer group there is a nickname for me, and we'll be calling me by that nickname only. My friends will be calling me by that nickname only. So similarly right over here as well, we will assign a nickname to each of these values. Okay, let's assume that for 1 lakh rupees we are assigning a nickname called as Sal, SAL. For 25,000 rupees we are assigning a nickname of rent. For 25,000 rupees again we are assigning a nickname of EMI. For 5,000 rupees we are assigning a nickname of gem. Okay, and for 0.3 we are assigning a nickname called as rent. Okay, so instead of writing this along with its value right over here, we'll be writing it according to your nickname. So this will be written as salary minus rent minus EMI multiplied by rate. Okay, this particular sentence will be written as rent plus EMI plus gem plus sal minus rent minus gem, sorry, minus EMI multiplied by rate. Okay, and similar to that right over here, it will be salary minus, and then you will be having your entire thing from here. So I'll just be copy pasting it instead of writing it again. So I'll just copy paste this from here. Control C, Control V, down. So this is what it will be replaced as: salary minus rent plus EMI plus gem, sal minus rent minus EMI multiplied by rate right over here. So now what will happen? Now what will happen is that, let me erase everything up. Okay, we don't require the rest of the stuff. So we'll just erase this particular part. Delete. We'll erase this particular part as well. Delete. 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 Okay, so this will become our main code. This will become our main code right over here. So now what will happen is, when the landlady is coming in, okay, when the landlady is coming in and telling you that, okay, I'm increasing your rent from 25,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees itself, you don't have to go through this entire 10,000 lines of code. Okay, you don't have to go through, you don't even have to look at these 10,000 lines of code. Okay, you don't even have to look through these 10,000 lines of code. What you have to do is, basically you have to come to these like 5 lines of code itself right over here, these 5 lines of code, and where you have defined the nickname for rent. Okay, where you have defined the nickname rent itself, you just have to change the rent from 25,000 rupees. You just have to delete this. Okay, you just have to delete this from right over here and change it to 30,000 rupees. You just have to change this value of rent from 25,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees, and that's done. Wherever you have used the word rent, wherever you have used the word rent inside of your like code itself, all the places where you have used the word rent. Okay, that will contain, now that will refer to the value of 30,000 rupees. That will be referring the value of 30,000 rupees. Are you guys able to understand what we did here? Are you guys able to understand what we did here? Please let me know, guys. Guys, if you guys are asking about attendance, please do not waste your time or others time asking about it. Right now the class is currently going on. The class will usually be of 60 to 90 minutes. Okay, and I'll be letting you guys know about the attendance as well as your what is the condition for getting the certificates and everything at the end of today's class, not right now. So after 10 minutes I'll be letting you guys know about that as well. Okay. Great. So let's try to understand how to create a variable in Python. How to create a variable in Python. Creating a variable is extremely simple in Python, guys. What you have to do is you just have to write, okay, var. Sorry, you just have to write. For example, I want to create a variable called as rent. I just have to write rent is equals to 25,000. That's it. Rent is equals to 25,000. I have created a variable. Okay, you have created a variable in Python. Okay, as simple as that. You have created a variable in Python. Now what you have to do is so what this means, okay, what this means is in the memory you have created a box. Okay, you have created a box, okay, called as rent. Okay, you can think about it in such a way. You have created a box called as rent that contains a value of 25,000 inside of it. Okay, that contains the value of 25,000 inside of it, guys. So this is what you have done right over here. You have created a box called as rent that contains a coin that has a value of 25,000. Okay, that has a value of 25,000 right over here. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Okay, so please listen to me very carefully right now. Okay, so okay, that's good. Okay, so we will stop right over here. This is the first day. I don't want to overburden you because I have to tell you guys about the attendance. I have to tell you guys about the certificates as well. So that will also take some time on my behalf. So right now, let's first understand about the certificates. What are the three certificates? What is the condition of getting the certificates as well? Let's first try to understand this. Okay, so let me open up again LinkedIn. So, like I said, there will be three certificates associated with like this boot camp. Okay, there will be three certificates that will be associated with this boot camp itself, guys. The first certificate that is going to be there will be via Google. Okay, sorry, will be via DevTown. So this is the first certificate that you will be receiving via us. Okay. The second two certificates that will be there associated with this bootcamp is via Google and Microsoft. So as you are able to see right over here, this is the Google certificate. Okay, and I don't think so they have posted up the Microsoft certificate up till now. Using that. Okay. And there will be a Microsoft certificate associated with this bootcamp. Let's try to first understand what is the criteria of getting these certificates. Okay. So the criteria is extremely simple, guys. The first particular criteria is to get the DevTown certificate. Okay. So DEVTOW and DevTown certificate. The second particular certificate that you're going to get is the Microsoft and DevTown certificates. Okay, these are the three certificates that you're going to get in this particular boot camp. Okay, DevTown certificate and the Microsoft and Google certificate itself. Okay, so let's try to understand this. For getting the DevTown certificate, every single day, I might be taking one or more than one attendance. Okay, every single day there will be one or more than one attendance. There can be two attendance in a day. There can be three attendance in a day as well. Okay, we don't know about it. Every day that will be different. Okay, how I will be taking the attendance, that will also be different every single day. So if you guys are having 100% attendance, okay, if you guys are having 100% attendance, so for in 7 days I might be having 14 attendance or 10 attendance or even 7 attendance as well. Whatever the number of attendance are, if you are having 100% attendance, that too live attendance, so every single day the attendance will be taken up live in the class. If you are not present in the class, if you are watching the video at a later point of time, you are not going to get the attendance, you are not going to get the attendance, you are not going to get the certificates as well. If you are attending the class live, only then you are going to get the attendance, and only then you are going to get the certificate as well. Okay, so like I said, if you guys are having 100% of attendance, then only you will be able to get the DevTown certificate. Okay, then only you will be able to get the DevTown certificate. Okay, for Microsoft and the Google certificate, okay, I've written DevTown right over here as well. Let me just change that to Google. Okay, for Microsoft and the Google certificate, those students who will be having 100% attendance, okay, those students will be having 100% attendance, as well as, so at the end of this particular boot camp, okay, so you have to have 100% attendance. If you are not going to get 100% attendance, even if you do the second particular step, you are not going to get the certificates. Okay, you are not going to get the certificates at all. So those students who will be so at the end of this bootcamp will be having a project as well on deep learning. I'll be coding the entire project in front of you. I'll be explaining you the entire project as well, line by line. I will be making you guys understand about the entire project, and then I will be asking you guys to submit that project. Okay, I'll be asking you guys to submit that project as well. So what do I understand by submitting that project? So what is the project, how to submit the project, when we are going to get the project, okay, where to submit the project, all these different stuff I will be answering on the last day of the boot camp. Okay, I will be answering at the last day of the boot camp itself, not right now. I'm not going to answer it right now. I'm going to answer it on the last day of the boot camp itself. So you guys will be making the exact same project, whatever we'll be making on the 7th day. We'll be giving you a lot of time, almost a week's time to create the entire project. Whatever I do it in 1 hour, I will be giving you a week's time to create the entire project and submit it back to us. Okay, so how to submit the project, where to submit the project, what is this project, all these will be answered on the 7th day, not right now. We are not concerned with it. So those students who will be having 100% of attendance, as well as the correct project submitted, okay, correct project submitted, those people will be getting the Microsoft and the Google certificate. Okay, those people will be getting the Microsoft and the Google certificate. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Only these people will be getting the Microsoft and the Google certificates, otherwise not. Okay, okay, great. Good. Now, related to the attendance itself, like I said, today is the first day. So to get yourself familiarized with the attendance, you will be having 20 hours. Okay, you will be having 20 hours to fill up the attendance form. Because today is the first day, I want you guys to get enough time to get yourself familiarized with how to fill up the attendance. But this is just for today. From tomorrow onwards, you will be getting 10 minutes to fill your attendance. Okay, there will be multiple attendance throughout the class. Okay, in the middle of the class there will be one attendance, in the start of the class there will be one attendance, in the end of the class there will be one attendance. I can take multiple attendance throughout the class. Okay, even if you are missing out on a single attendance, you are not going to get the certificates. Each of these attendance will be made available just for 10 minutes, not a second more than that. Okay, just for 10 minutes it will be available. So if you're not live in class, if you're coming up late to the class, you're not going to get these certificates associated with this particular boot camp. Okay, because we want to make sure that only those students are able to get these certificates who are actually learning in the boot camp, who are actually doing stuff in the boot camp, who are attending the boot camp itself. Because like I said, for us the major point is when you are getting this certificate, only the deserving students are able to get these certificates, not everybody. Only the deserving students are able to get these certificates. In that way, when you're putting that certificate on your resume, that certificate will have a lot of value. Okay, that certificate will have a lot of value. If we are giving the certificate to everybody, then the certificates will have no value at all. Okay, this certificate will have no value at all. That is the reason why we have such a hard process of taking up attendance, so that only those students are able to get the certificates that are really trying, okay, that are really working hard. And when they are putting these certificates on the resume, there's a lot of weightage to it as well. Okay, okay, for those students who haven't attended any for those students who haven't registered for this boot camp, just fill today's attendance form. Okay, we'll consider that to be your registration for this boot camp. But for every single boot camp in the future, if you want to register for any of the boot camps in the future, to register for the boot camp itself, you just have to go to our website devtown.in. Okay, just go to our website devtown.in, go to the events section. Okay, go to the events section. Currently we haven't scheduled any events for now, but you will be able to see the upcoming events on this particular page itself, and you will have to register yourself for every single boot camp. You will have to register yourself for every single boot camp. If this is the first boot camp that you are attending, no issues in that. If you haven't registered yourself, just fill today's attendance form out and we'll consider that to be your registration as well. Okay, we'll consider that to be your registrations as well. So let me show you guys, let me create today's attendance. Give me a second, guys. The class timings won't be changed because from 7:30 we have another boot camp that is currently going on. So we cannot change the class timings. I hope that you are able to understand that. Okay, from 7:30 there is another boot camp, so we cannot change the class timings. The class timings will remain the same. Okay, the class timings will remain the same. I've created the attendance form as well. Let me remove this. This is important. Okay, responses, open, send, link, shorten, copy. Okay, so you guys are coming to a boot camp on computer science. I'm able to understand you know what a QR code is. Okay, and you know how to Google stuff as well. Even if you don't know what is a QR code, you know how to Google stuff. So I'm going to show you guys a QR code. This is a YouTube video. This video will be made available even after the boot camp as well. You guys can pause the video. You guys can rewind the video. You can fast forward the video as well. You guys have to take a screenshot of the QR code that I'm going to show you guys. Okay, you guys have to take up a screenshot of the QR code that I'm going to show you guys right now. So this is the day one QR code. As you're able to see, what you have to do is you have to pause the video. You have to take a screenshot of this particular QR code. You have to scan it. You can use another mobile phone. You can use, so for example, if you're having an Android device, you can use Google Lens, okay, or some third-party application from the App Store to scan this QR code. You can use Paytm, PhonePe, GPay. That will also scan this QR code. It will open up a Google form that you have to fill up. If you're having an iOS device, you can directly use your camera application to scan this QR code. If you don't have any of these, you are using a laptop or you don't have another mobile, you can borrow your family's mobile, your friend's mobile. If you're still not able to do that, there are various different websites on Google. Just search for it, where you will be able to upload the image of the QR code and it will scan it for you. Okay, so all these different stuff, if you're not able to figure out how to scan a QR code, you have a lot of brains. Okay, just Google it. Okay, just Google it. I've given you some examples, but Google it, how to scan a QR code, how to upload a picture of a QR code to scan it. Just Google that up. Okay, you will be easily able to do that. Okay, once you have done that, or it will open up a Google form. You have to make sure that for the next 7 days you have to use the exact same email. You have to use the exact same email for all these 7 days to fill up the attendance form. Okay, do not change the email ID, otherwise you are not going to receive the certificates. All the email IDs should be the same in every single attendance form that you're going to fill. If you're changing even one of the emails up, we are not going to be able to issue you the certificates. Okay, that will be considered as you were not there in the class. Okay, please try to understand it. This is extremely important, guys. Read the attendance form carefully before marking anything. Please read the attendance form carefully before marking anything, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. I'm not going to share the attendance link. The attendance link won't be shared anywhere. I provided you guys a method of getting the certificates. You have 20 hours to fill this attendance form up. There's a lot of time to fill the attendance form. That is more than sufficient. I've told you guys how to give attendance. You have to scan this. It will open up a Google form. You fill that Google form up. Please read through the entire Google form properly before giving the attendance. Okay, please read through it properly before giving the attendance, guys. Okay, okay, great. So that would be it for today's class, guys. If you guys were able, do you guys have any questions? Please let me know. And as you're able to see, the attendance form is working absolutely fine. There is no issues with that. I've already got 332 people who have completed the attendance. So there's no issues with the QR code or with the Google form. It's working totally fine. Okay, do you guys have any questions related to anything? Please do let me know. If not, then please do like the video and subscribe to the channel as well. It will really help us a lot. Okay, for those who haven't registered for this bootcamp, I've told 3 times, if you are coming to this bootcamp for the very first time, you have not attended any of the previous bootcamps, your attendance will be considered as your registration. But for the next bootcamps, you can go to devtown.in/events, and there you can register for the upcoming bootcamps itself. Okay. Great. So thank you so much, guys. There are more boot camps in the future. Of course, there are more boot camps in the future, guys. Time for the tomorrow's boot camp will be the exact same. We are not going to change the time. Okay, it will be at 6 o'clock only. Okay, so please be on time in the class. If you are missing on a single attendance, you will not be able to get the certificates itself. Please make sure that you are coming on time. Okay, and the next boot camp that we are going to have is from the 3rd of November. That is going to be on backend web development with JavaScript and Node.js. After that, we are going to have introduction to data science in Python. Then we are going to have Facebook clone using HTML and CSS. Then we are having machine learning using Python. Then again deep learning using Python. Instagram clone using HTML and CSS. So there are introduction to data visualization using Python and Seaborn. So these are some of the future bootcamps that we have already scheduled for you guys for the entire November month. So I hope that you guys will be able to come to the boot camps and learn a lot. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, and we'll be meeting tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Okay, please, before leaving the video, do like the video and subscribe to the channel. It will really help us a lot. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, and yeah, we'll meet tomorrow at 6. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.